Hello lovely people, I'm Natalie, I'm your favorite handstand coach here on YouTube, and today we're going to talk about how to get rid of a round back in a handstand and what the causes of it are. So while most people's problem in a handstand at the beginning is a banana handstand, there is also the round back, which can be very common. So the symptoms of this are if your kick-ups are continuously kind of feeling like you're going to do a forward roll. So you kick up and you always end up in this position. Most likely you also will do this with your legs. But every kick-up will kind of feel a bit like you're going to fall over to the front, but not with your feet first, but kind of in a forward roll motion. So it's going to feel like the direction of the kick up is all going down to the front and into the floor. So this round back here very often comes from lack of shoulder mobility. So what needs to happen in order to straighten out is your shoulders need to become more mobile. Very rarely it is also a bit of a coordination thing. You can test this very easily by yourself by just bringing the arms overhead and at the same time drawing the stomach really in towards the spine. So now please look at your elbows once and make sure that they are straight. And then move your head side to side and make sure that you can still touch your arms. That's your shoulder width position. So in this shoulder width position, can you bring the arms up overhead without sticking your chest out? So this is always my best shoulder mobility test for a handstand. If you can't bring the arms overhead without distorting anything in your torso, it means that in this range here or in your thoracic spine, you have tightness and you need to increase your mobility. I have a really great video about shoulder mobility. I'll put it in the description box below. But in essence, your shoulder mobility does not happen in the joint. Your shoulder blades need to move on your back as you lift the arm. So you can try this with me once. As you lift the arm, if nothing happens here, nothing moves in your torso, you're going to hit a mechanical limit. In order to then open the shoulders more, your shoulder blades have to come around a little bit to the side. So your shoulder blades have to be able to do this. They have to have the muscles around it, have to have the strength to do it. Your thoracic spine also, so that's the top part of your spine and your rib cage, slightly move to the front, so there's mobility that you need in your spine and in the rib cage, and then of course the tendons and muscles here in front of the body need to be long enough. So those are all the components of achieving this overhead mobility. So what you can do if your handstands are consistently like that, make sure you invest a good 10 minutes before you start practicing into activating the thoracic spine and opening your shoulders. My top 3 exercises for these are: take an elevation. You can also have a foam roller, anything that brings your arms a little bit higher overhead. And before you practice, you slide your hands here along your elevation and achieve somewhat of your best shoulder opening here. And in this position, you can already feel what's going to happen here in your torso. Most likely, if you have a round back in a handstand, your torso is going to want to round. Your elevation is a very good guideline of what's actually happening here in your arms. So make sure your palms are flat here on your elevation. It can be your sofa or a chair. For all I care, you slide it along. You make sure your hands are staying flat. And then here you can watch what your arms are doing. You can check that your elbows are straight. And you can make sure that your arms aren't moving wider apart. So then let's move the knees a little bit further back. And now you want to keep your arms in place. And at the same time now try to draw your shoulder blades together on your back. So we'll do this again. But the shoulder blades on your back, they have to move towards each other. Bring your arms to the front once and try this with me. Draw your shoulders back in this position. Draw them back. Pull them back as if you're pulling something. So this is shoulder blades together. Then push something away. This is shoulder blades apart on your back. Try one more time and really focus on the shoulder blades pulling towards each other as if you were pulling something here. This is towards each other. Now lift the arms overhead and try to recreate the same movement. So shoulder blades move away from each other as if your arms here are trying to push something away from you. Shoulder blades moving towards each other So as if you are trying to reach behind you here with the hands. That's shoulder blades together. And shoulder blades together is the position we want in this position here on the elevation. All right, so one more time here. Slide along, then bring the knees back, and now pull your shoulder blades together and feel that opening here. Excellent. So from here now, the next stage is you actively try to round your back, push into a round back, hold 3 seconds, find your opening again. And then again 3 seconds, really round as much as you can. And then find your opening again. So you can repeat this multiple times, and this teaches your body to execute the opening motion. Then you try and apply that without the elevation, actually standing but just on your feet here. You bring the arms up overhead and you really focus in this transition to recreate the same motion as you had on your elevation. So you picture that elevation in front of you, you slide the arms up here and you come to your full shoulder opening, drawing the shoulder blades together. So if this is a bit abstract for you, then try this on a wall. You slide your arms up, you see your hands here in front of you, you can make sure your elbows are straight and that your arms are shoulder width apart and no wider than that. You slide up here, you slide, you lean into a diagonal, and then you pull your shoulder blades together. You hold it here for 10 seconds and then you can do the same counter motion. Rounding, 3-second hold, opening, rounding, 3 seconds, opening. So this teaches your body to execute the motion of opening your shoulders, of fully opening your shoulders. If you want to know more about thoracic spine mobility or shoulder stretches, I'm going to put a link in the description box below. Invest in stretching your shoulders. That is the best way to improve your handstands, especially in the beginning. Open shoulders are key to your handstand position. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. See you in the next video.